Hi, Gary. Yay. I'll be right back. Everything's working. I think I've got it licked. Just listen to my little man for a little while. I'll be back. 5 minutes. 'Hello.' All of my clocks say different things, but I think we're about 2 minutes away from starting the show. Is that right, Gary? And there's probably a minute delay between what I say here and when it goes up to the satellite and then goes to you. It's very confusing. It's very nice being home, but I also miss being in New Jersey. This time of year, I would be sweating and swatting mosquitoes instead of staying home in my living room. And I'm glad to be able to visit with you guys virtually. Gary says 2 minutes. Okay, I'm going to go backstage again and fidget. I drink a lot of coffee and then I'm just ready to go way before it's time to go. I'll be back in a minute. Wait. Okay, it's 4 o'clock. Let's go. Hello again. I guess Gary is in the chat. He's our host from the Folk Project. And if you're on the chat, you can find out everything. He'll tell you all sorts of things. And those of you who are joining via my webpage, if you want to comment and see the chat, I think you have to sign into YouTube. I'll do that again. Well, all right. Excuse me, people, I don't mean no harm. You know, I just come here to sing a little song about tapping that thing. Great God Almighty, tapping that thing. Lord have mercy, every morning at 8 you could hear me tapping that thing. Colonel Brown got a wristwatch, I got a ring. Everybody gets something from tapping that thing. Tapping that thing. Tapping that thing. Every morning at 8 you could hear me tapping that thing. To a hammering sound, everybody in the neighborhood was tapping it down. They were tapping that thing, tapping that thing. Every morning at 8 you could hear me tapping that thing. Cause you don't need a hammer, don't need a nail. All you got to do is tapping that thing, tapping that thing. Every morning at 8 you could hear me tapping that thing. All tapped down now. That is so hillbilly. Oh yeah. You know, I've been down to New York and New Orleans. Everybody likes to hear it when you tap that thing. Tapping that thing. Tapping that thing. Every morning at 8 you can hear me tapping that thing. Now excuse me, people, I don't mean no harm. I just come here to sing a little song about tapping that thing. Tapping that thing. Every morning at 8 you can hear me tapping that. That song was by the fabulous, my version comes from the Memphis Jug Band. And I've been asked to play all public domain and original songs. So everything's going to skew towards the early part of my repertoire, which is lots of fun. I'll play one called the Chesapeake Bay, you know, because the way the copyright laws work, we can play 1924 or, you know, started out folk music, public domain. But a lot of great tunes in 1924. Here's one called Chesapeake Bay. I learned this song when I was a young folkie. In fact, it was the first folk festival I ever left town to play that I got invited to play out of my town. And I learned this song from Andy Cohen, who was playing at that festival. I think I was about 21. And I know I play it wrong, but I've played it since I was 21. So this is the way I played it. That's what happens with the folk process. Now listen, ain't she looking pretty as she hugs the shore, headed for Baltimore. See those reel wheels turning and hear the paddles churning. She's the queen of Chesapeake Bay. Oh, come on, Nancy, put your best dress on. Come on, Nancy, for the steamboat's gone. Everybody's headed for that Chesapeake Bay. All aboard moon, sailing down the Chesapeake Bay. The Chesapeake Bay. I'll play you a song also set in Baltimore. I wrote this song after a very long car ride with a friend of mine who told me his whole life story. Never tell your whole life story to a songwriting person. Started out on the eastern shore, a little ball of trouble from Baltimore. Too much noise from the warehouse rat, you know he knocked on the door with the baseball bat. Say hey, hey, angry and bold, everybody starts young, but only some get old. Well, he's a working class boy, been at it all day. He's smarter than the boss, but he gets less pay. He's gonna make it off in a week and a half, just before they have to make him full-time staff. Now say hey, hey, angry and bold, everybody starts young, but only some get old. Well, he goes to see his pals getting fat and gray. His daddy stopped living since the kids moved away. All day, every day, it's tit for tat. He swears he'd rather die than live like that. Hey, 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 angry and bold, everybody starts young, but only some get old. Oh, pick one. Well, all right, I'll try. So he's hit the road jack down to New Orleans. Burlesque girls and sweaty drag queens lying in the gutter on Bourbon Street. His wallet's long gone and he's got bare feet. And say hey, hey, angry and bold, everybody starts young, but only some get old. You better watch it, man. Let's play like old Jelly Roll Boy in that old Spanish tinge. Angry and bold, you think you're gonna die young. It's a great big shock when you hit 31. You keep on doing like you always do. You wake up one day and you're 62. Hey, 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 I guess you've been told you're not so young, and now you're gonna get old. Hit the road, Jack, better start today. Get your shoes and your wallet, it's a long, long way. There you go. Let's see. I'm looking at the comments. It's really super hard for me to play music and look at the comments, but I'm glad you guys are busy and having lots of fun over there. Anyway, that was called Baltimore. And this next one is from 1914. This tune is by one of my favorite songwriters, Gus Kahn. I guess he's more of a lyricist than a composer, but all of his songs are completely witty. And this one, it's called Everybody Rag With Me. 1914 was also the year that Irving Berlin's big hit was Alexander's Ragtime Band. And so everybody started, working the word ragtime into every song they wrote on Tin Pan Alley. And this song really doesn't have any ragtime content whatsoever. It's just about ragtime. When I was doing a little research on it, I found the American Quartet doing it. But I kind of, I like to look up and see what other versions there are of a tune. That's the first thing I usually do if I'm learning a tune is try and find other versions. And apparently Billy Murray, who was a Broadway star, had a big success with it. And I had never heard of Billy Murray. And I started reading about him, and he was famous and well loved and at the top of his career in the teens. And it was starting to make me sad because I was like, here's this person that was so famous and so well loved. And now even a nerd like me who loves old stuff had never heard of him. And I started to get really depressed. But then I thought to myself, think of all the people that we have to put up with paying attention to now, who soon, just 100 years from now, will be completely forgotten. And that made me feel better. Now, what's that creepy, sneaky, freaky melody? It just takes me, makes me reckless as can be. It goes to my heart, my head, my feet. I'd give anybody in the house my seat. I wanna dance, 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 dance till I drop. I don't want to ever stop this ragging. Everybody rag with me. Everybody drag with me. I learned those skips and dips and dreamy hesitations. I could dance till day is dawning. I want to dance all morning. Everybody sway with me. Drop your work and play with me. I don't want to hear any opera grand. Ragtime music, that's what I understand. I want everybody in the world to rag with me. Now Susan's clever, but he never played like this. It just thrills me, chills me, fills me full of bliss. There it goes again, that sweet refrain. Every note sounds just like the angel's strain. I wanna dance, 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 then dance some more. We'll wear through these old pine floors completely. Everybody rag with me. Everybody drag with me. I learned those skips and dips and dreamy hesitations. I can dance till day is dawning. I want to dance all morning. Everybody sway with me. Drop your work and play with me. I don't want to hear any opera grand. Ragtime music, that's what I understand. I want everybody in the world to rag with me. Con is the greatest. I guess I should play you a song that is actually ragtime after that, just so you can see what the real thing sounds like. I'll play you a rag by J. Boldwalt Lamp called Creole Bells Rag. I particularly like this one because, speaking of the folk process, this song totally wound its way into a lot of different repertoire, and little pieces of it surface. And, like John Hurt plays a little piece of it, doesn't play the whole thing, but here's the whole complete rag pretty much. I love her well. I love her more than anyone can tell. When stars do shine, I'll call her mine. My darling baby, my Creole belle. There you go. That's, with all those parts, that's how ragtime's supposed to work. Let's see. The neat thing about playing in your own living room is that you can bring all the guitars and ukuleles you'd like. You don't have to carry them on the bus. I usually try to keep it to one of each, but suppose I should tell you this. Gary will probably tell you in a more user-friendly way, but this is where you can get more of me. I have like 22 albums out, and they're mostly all available either as MP3 albums, or there's a few that are still in print for real actual CDs. And you could get my 45. That goes around and around, and it's on black vinyl. I will play you a beautiful song that is in the style of Memphis Minnie. You know, she's Memphis Minnie. And the other great thing about being at home is that you have your picture of Memphis Minnie right there. Memphis Minnie has been a great inspiration for me to play music. I feel kind of like my purpose around here is, to kind of tell people to listen to Memphis Minnie. And I've listened to her for so long that I can kind of speak Memphis Minnie. So here's a song that I wrote in the style of. You know the water rose up all night long. The river overflowed at dawn. I say the water rose up all night long, and the river overflowed at dawn. I was sitting in my bed, I was just as quiet as a lamb. The water rose up on my door jamb. The water rose up all night long. The river overflowed at dawn. So I rowed a little boat across the street. I knocked at my neighbor's door. You know I rowed my boat across the street. I knocked at my neighbor's door. There were 10 little kittens and one big mouse sitting on the roof of my neighbor's house. I rowed a little boat all across the street, stopped at my neighbor's door. Play one, all right? Chicken sitting in a sycamore tree, squawking at a little brown dog. You know I saw a chicken sitting in a sycamore tree, squawking at the little brown dog. The dog grabbed the tail of the old gray hen, pulled her in the water, then they both fell in. I saw a chicken sitting in a sycamore tree, squawking at a little brown dog. I'll play another one. Well, okay. Grandpa was swimming with his pipe in his mouth. He was heading home for the shore. You know I saw Grandpa, he had a pipe pipe in his mouth. He was headed for the farther shore. Well, he saw Grandma, he gave a great big shout. Grabbed around the middle, then the pipe fell out. I saw Grandpa, he had a pipe in his mouth. He was going to the farther shore. He was smoking, going to the farther shore. Breath stroking, headed to the farther shore. Those play party songs are fun. Let's see, I'm looking at the comments. I could barely read them. I can either read with my glasses on or I can just, and I can't. Hello. I'll just keep playing. I can't read them. Hopefully you're saying nice things about me and nobody hates me. I don't want to be hated. Thanks. Here is another song in the style of Memphis Minnie. You know, one of her great instrumental pieces is Frankie Jean. One time my papa had a horse, and she does this great thing of the horses trotting and running around, and it's really a great song. And I was trying to learn it. This is years and years ago when I had a little dog, Coffee Boy. And Coffee Boy, every time it got to the whistling part, because she whistles for her horse, Coffee Boy would start into howling because he was an excitable little dog. And so I ended up writing a song much like Frankie Jean, but it's called Little Dog Blues, and it's for Coffee Boy. If you have any dogs with you, and I know a lot of people are holed up with their little dogs in these troubled times, bring your dog closer to the video camera, because this is all about getting the dogs to howl. And in fact, you people are a little cooped up probably, you can howl too. Just right, stayed home with me, Lord, quiet at night. He was a short-haired dog, he didn't have no fleas, didn't like to ramble, always try to please. Little dog, where can you be? Well, next I got a poodle, was a beauty queen. There was the lionest dog I ever have seen. Man, I brought her dinner on a silver plate. She turned her back, Lord, she make me wait. Now, little dog, come back to me. Next I got a dog that wouldn't stay home dusk till dawn. He was leaving to roam. I could hear him in the alley starting to fight. I lay there worrying all through the night. Little dog, come back to me. Where's that dog? I've been looking for a minute. I give that dog my finest meat. Lord, she ate everything in my home, left me hungry and all alone. Now, little dog, come back to me. And look it over. Let me play that again. That's what you want. Side. Don't give it your loving, honey, don't try to hide. Don't listen to what other people may say. How a different kind of dog would be better some way. Now, little dog, come back to me. You know, I had a little dog, he was just right. He stayed home with me, Lord, quiet at night. He was a short-haired dog, he didn't have no fleas, didn't like to ramble, always try to please. Little dog, come back to me. Oh, little dog, please stay dog blues. I hope your little dogs are being very well behaved in these troubled times. So another great song from 1925, year of copyright expiration, goody goody, is a great blues song penned by Ida Cox. And you've probably heard this song because it had a great revival in the 70s and the Uppity Blues Women did it. Ida Cox was a wonderful figure. She was one of the few of the blues singers who really had sense. She had good money sense. She didn't go wrong. She invested in real estate. I heard anecdotes where she would keep all the tour profits for her whole company. She was one of the few Black women who ran her own touring company. What was it called? Raising Cane was her touring company. And she would just stuff all the profits right into her big bra so that she knew right where her money was at all times. And then she invested in real estate. And I want to be more like Ida Cox instead of being so feckless. But this song, I think, is one of her. It's just a great song, and she did it with Lovey Austin, who's a piano player who was instrumental in so many ways. She played the instrument, she played the piano. She was the backup band for a lot of great singers, Alberta Hunter and Ida Cox, and a bunch more. And she also helped those singers to write down their material and get it copyrighted. So Lovey Austin was the one who could write the music. Anyway, so this is Ida Cox's great song called Wild Women Don't Worry. These women raving about their monkey men, about some fighting husband and their no good friends. These poor women sit around all day and moan, wondering why their wanted papas don't come home. You know, wild women don't worry, wild women don't have no blues. Never get nothing by being an angel child. You gotta change your ways and get real wild. I get full of good liquor, walk the streets all night, come home and put my man out if you don't do right. 'Cause wild women don't worry, wild women don't have no blues. Why don't you just find another home? I'll tell you something, wouldn't tell you no lie. Wild women's are the only kind that ever get by. Wild women don't worry, wild women don't have no blues. There you go, Ida Cox. Okay, here's another Lovey Austin tune. So this one I think is from 1923 maybe, and it's part of the Charleston craze. So the Charleston really hits in them. It's kind in a way that Charleston is a little bit like ragtime. You know, there's a lot of songs that there's no Charlestoning in them. That's not true. This one was. Lovey Austin, 1923, Charleston Mad. This one's hard to play. I hope I do it right. sensation. Just give me the kind of syncopation that thrills me through and through. I like that Charleston 'cause it's teasing. Each step in it is pleasing. When I die, it feels so nice. I could dance my way to paradise. That whole world's gone dancing mad. Pretty good all the way to the end. Okay, wait, I have a note here. Yeah, I'm sure that Gary's already telling you this, but here is my PayPal address. If you want to help pay the rent, think of this as a rent party. Here you go. People have been very generous with me, and it's been really amazing to not be doomed during all this. And it's really the folk music community that has been really generous with me, and I thank you. And if you're hard up for money, just enjoy yourself and don't pay a thing. Now I would like to play you a song from 1918 from Marion Harris. And she has the distinction of being the first recording artist to record a song with the word blues in the title. In 1920, The Crazy Blues by Mamie Smith was the first African-American woman to record. But a weird thing was going on in the segregated music industry in the teens and 20s, where there was this great interest in African-American culture and music, but segregation wasn't letting African-Americans record. And so there was a group of women singers like Sophie Tucker, who sang African-American songs, and same thing with Marion Harris. And this song is by a Black songwriting team. Kramer and Leeton wrote it, and it's she recorded in 1918. It's called "Everybody's Crazy About the Doggone Blues," and it's really like that ragtime song. There's hardly any blues in it. It just says the word blues a lot. So. Sleep at 94 in the shade. Everybody's singing those bad old news, but I'm happy, oh so happy. Life's too doggone short to weep and whine. Those homesickness blues, just take them away. Everybody's crazy about the doggone blues, but I'm happy all the time. Now everybody knows how Jonah got into that whale, fell into the ocean. There's one man who should have had the blues but failed. Never took the notion old Jonah knew those whales. Instead of blues, he wagged the tail, and the whale got gay. Threw old Jonah out of jail. Yes, he did. Everybody's crazy about the doggone blues, but I'm happy, oh so happy. Everybody's crazy, but if I must choose, been paid, and I could sleep at 94 in the shade. Everybody's singing that bad old news, but I'm happy, oh so happy. Life's too doggone short to weep and whine. Those homesickness blues, just take them away. Everybody's crazy about the doggone blues, but I'm happy all the time. There you go, 1918. But that is certainly not what we think of as blues. So I'll play some more country blues from Memphis Minnie, who really is the reason why I got so inspired to play this style of music. I was headed straight towards playing electric guitar in garage bands when I was about 12, and then I heard the music of Memphis Minnie, and I'm like, what is that sound? It's the greatest sound ever. And I really feel that listening to her music and all the music that surrounds her music, and then listening to African American blues guitar playing and folk music in general, has given me a really good idea of what's going on, because the music tells the whole story. When you hear Memphis Minnie sing something like, I was walking through the alleyway with my hand in my coat. The police start to shoot me, thought it was something I stole. You really get that things have been going on for a long time. So pay attention to the music. I mean, I'm preaching to the choir. You guys are folkies. You know to pay attention to the music. That's where everything is. It's the secret life. So here is my song about Memphis Minnie, where you'll have the facts. Way down in Walls, Mississippi, in the Delta land, Minnie was the daughter of a farming man. Everybody worked the fields, even little kids. I want to tell you what Minnie did. She chewed tobacco, she never missed a beat. She was the playingest woman you have ever seen. Now she was playing banjo by 10 years old. She was a tiny girl, but her ways were bold. Now she ran away to Memphis, Tennessee. She said that sharecropping life ain't no life for me. I'd rather chew tobacco than pick it in the heat. I'll be the best guitar player that you'll ever see. Well, she started to walking and rambling around. Down in Lake Cormorant, she met Willie Brown. They played the blues, made him stomp and swing. Oh, Willie said, that woman's a guitar king. She chewed tobacco, she never missed a beat. She was the playingest woman you have ever seen. Well, she got down to Memphis, she met Kansas Joe. He said, now listen girl, you ain't alone no more. They was playing in a barber shop on Beale and 29 when the Columbia Record Scout said, honey, that sure sounds fine. She chewed tobacco, she never missed a beat. She was the playingest woman you have ever seen. Now when the levee breaks and Frankie Jean, man, you don't give me no money, and the new Dirty Dozen. Bumblebee Blues was her first big hit. She made 200 sides before she finally quit. She chewed tobacco, she never missed a beat. She's the playingest woman you have ever seen. She came to Chicago, 1932. Old Big Bill said, honey, I've been waiting on you. Let's have a contest, see who's the best. By the end of that evening, old Big Bill was a mess. He said that guitar picking woman, she'd never miss a beat. She was the toughest woman I had ever seen. Now all through the 40s, Minnie ruled in Chicago. She got a brand new husband, they called him Little Son Joe. Showed the blues and the bluegrass swing. Man, those are both good songs people still like to sing. She chewed tobacco, she never missed a beat. She was the playingest woman you had ever seen. Oh, this recorded last in 49. You know, she did sound kind of rough, but she could still play fine. They moved to Memphis, had to pawn their guitars. Just another old couple trying not to sink too far. She chewed tobacco, she never missed a beat. She was the playerless woman you have ever seen. And he died in 1973. She was 76 years old when I was 13. I heard her records, man, she ruled my heart. I never met that woman, but she had given me my start. Queen of Memphis and of Chicago too. Don't you forget Memphis Minnie when you say you know the blues. That was a queen of Memphis and of Chicago too. Don't you forget Memphis Minnie when you say you know the blues. There you go. Now you have all the facts about Memphis Minnie. And it looks like we're getting close to the end. Oh my goodness. I think I'll end with a very sweet song from a singer named Lee Morse. Lee Morse was one of those girls that every time she got a good break, she screwed it up. She got cast in Ziegfeld Follies in the 20s, and she showed up drunk at rehearsal, and Ruth Etting got her part. So she was a really good guitar player and a banjo, ukulele and guitar player. And she came from out here in the West. I'm in Seattle. And she's from Kooskia, Idaho. Grew up running around barefoot in the streets of Kooskia, Idaho. And ended up on Broadway in the 20s. So I'll close with her song that she wrote called Be Sweet to Me. A little consolation goes a long, long way. A little consolation, well, it brightens up each day. Though we're bound to disagree, I know how sweet, dear, you could be. We may spat, but what of that? Everyone does, you see. So won't you be sweet to me, sweet as can be, and I will be sweet to you. So what if we quarrel? We'll make up and smile and watch our dreams all come true. Though the clouds are cold and gray, all the birdies go tweet, tweet. When it comes to being happy, they got a system can't be beat. So won't you be sweet to me, sweet as can be, and I will be sweet to you. Whenever it is raining, long as you are near, you won't hear me complaining, knowing you are near. All that I need is someone who knows what to do when I get blue. Somebody I could cuddle up to, somebody just like you. So won't you? Though the clouds are cold and gray, all the birdies go tweet, tweet. When it comes to being happy, they got a system can't be beat. So won't you, sweet as can be, and I will be sweet to you. All right, let's be sweet to each other these days. All right, then. You guys are so sweet to come to the show, and I'd like to say special thanks to the Folk Music Project for bringing me in real life and making space for me to play for you virtually as well. It really is lovely to see all of you show up at the show, and it's lovely to be asked to play for you. And special thanks to Gary, who has been minding the store while I make the noise, and I really appreciate having a moderator. I hope he's moderating you. Or is he being moderate? All right. It says encore, encore. All right, I'll play one more. Sure. Hold on one second. Let me think of what it should be. Oh, I know a good one. I'll play it on the ukulele. So here's another tune that's from the early 20s, 23, I think, maybe 24. Originally a Bessie Smith tune, but this version is filtered through the fabulous ukulele sensibility of Rabbit Muse, who is from the Piedmont. Really a lovely player. There's some really good African-American blues and jazz players on the ukulele. And he's one of my favorites. That Piedmont style is so danceable. You can tell that he's played with fiddles and stuff. He's born 1908, so it's just like prime time for blues music in that region. And this is his version of Bessie Smith's Rockin' Chair Blues. Did you ever wake up with Jelly Roll on your mind? Did you ever wake up with Jelly Roll on your mind? There's blues in a congregation, she don't try to whine. And she make you laugh, she make you cry, you sit right down and moan. Whoa, then you leave your home. Man, you wonder where your loving baby's gone. Baby, treat me right, you'll see I'm gone away. Don't come home till you change your ways. Man, I don't come home till you change your ways. Cause I'm going to the river, gonna bring along a rocking chair. Going to the river, gonna bring along a rocking chair. If these blues don't leave me, gonna rock on away from here. You know the blues chased a rabbit man and run him down a solid mile. You know the blues chased a rabbit and run him down a solid mile. That rabbit turned over, cried like a baby child. Oh honey, treat me right, you'll see I'm gone away. I don't come home till you change your ways. Man, I don't come home till you change your ways. No, I don't come home till you change your ways. All right, then. I think that's enough out of me for today. Come visit me again sometime, and you can get on my mailing list, which is good. I think way to find out. I send it out once a month, and that at either of these places, Bohemian Records or delreyplays.com, you can get on my mailing list and then find out when I'm doing these virtual concerts. I do a lot of teaching. I have a divot in my couch from where I sit giving Zoom lessons. That's what I do nowadays. Feels good to stand up. I am going to say goodbye now. Is there anything I should know? Thank you for coming, and hopefully we'll see you all again in real life. Bye. Ending stream. Don't look up my nose. There we go. Yes. And